Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. It's new build week. Yes! No fucking wasting time. Banter is starting at 0. We're gonna have some different things going on in this build, and I'll run you through them. This is for a young man called Sammy, who's a bit of a ledge. I've got a bit more wood to go and get. 2 seconds. Hell of a well prepared. People watched the last SG build and they got a proper fucking hard on and they want more SGs. So there will be a few coming up over the next 18 months, but I'll space them out and they're all got variations. Okay, so this is not your standard SG. It's got a bit of a Fenderism in about it. Oh, the blaspheming has fucking started already.
That is total bollocks.
First things first, we've got the laminated stripy body, which I'm having a proper hard on for in a minute, and we're doing that. I've done the milling up. You don't have to watch milling up this week. I've done it all, so we can just get cracking with it. A bit of gluing, because everyone likes a bit of a glue job, don't they? We've got purple heart in the middle, ash, and then this used to be a one-piece bit of walnut, but it had a fucking great crack in the middle of it, so I've had to cut that out. By the time we glue him up, he's still going to look like he was a one-piece again. I've just lost 10 mil basically. So we've got a walnut neck, we've got matching stripes because that's the theme of the thing. I'm going to have to vary that a bit in a minute, I reckon, but what's going to be different about this SG? Some of you might have watched one of my really early videos, which is a mango SG, which had no talking in it. That was fucking crap, wasn't it? That was before I realised that I needed to talk to the world to become a YouTuber. And for my own therapy, basically. So this has got some Fenderisms. It's going to have a slightly skinnier neck, ebony fretboard to make it look a bit pretty. It's not going to have a black headstock. It's going to have an inlaid headstock, which will match the body a bit. I'll show you what's going on the top. I know some people are fully done with river stuff. Well, this is a double river, so go fuck yourselves. This is a double river, and this is Mappa burl that I've got, which is an absolute twat to book match because the burl is so angular and inconsistent. By the time you cut it and plane it and sand it, it's not like flame maple, you get away with murder on that. But I've book matched that as best I can, and we're gonna have a double, I think purple, I've not confirmed that yet, dark purple, up the sides. It's gonna look rather pleasant. I'm going purple because we've got some purple heart in the back. And because we do black all the time, and people in the comments go, oh, don't do black, everyone's seen black, because it's their guitar, it's not your guitar. This is what we're doing that's a bit different. We're going to go for a slightly thicker body, which I'm going to have to chamber. The way that I make these body blanks, I can't pre-chamber it. So we're going to have a false cavity on the back with a cavity cover, not removable, but it's going to look like it's got 2 cavity covers on the back of the guitar. One of them will be fixed. And inside that will just be hollowed out because I want to make this thing super light. Light guitars are what we do around here. I want £8 or less on everything I make. This is the later bit. We'll come back to this later in the video. This video, I'm gonna show you basically how I'm making this body blank because it's not that complicated and a lot of you can do it. And the way I do it, you don't use a lot of epoxy. It's much, much simpler. Got a bit serious there, my voice lowered. The tone lowered, it all got serious. Everyone fell asleep, fuck off. We do have a laugh around here, but I do take what I'm doing very seriously. So let's get this body blank glued up and away we go. I'm glad, yeah. And the other Fenderisms, before I digress too much, we've got a strat trem going in. Geico actually sent me this beautiful, one of their prototype roller strat trems. Huge brass block, which apparently makes a difference. Some people say you've got to have a big brass block in your trem for the sustain. I don't know how long you need to hold a fucking note for, mate. Don't really notice it when I'm playing it, but that is a spanking trem. They've asked me to try it out. 2-point, as all trems should be. Bollocks to traditional, not into that. And it's got little roller saddles. So it should be super, super sexy. And I'm gonna experiment with a super cool nut as well. So these, I actually saw these at the guitar show in Birmingham, which I will be exhibiting at next year. Basically, I'm going to have a laugh with people, but you can come and try my guitars. I'll be cutting out loads of fridge magnets and silly little signs and all that sort of stuff. And if anyone wants to come and buy a t-shirt or a merch, I will enter you. You write your name on a bit of card, we'll bung it in a big box, which is all sealed up, and I'll pick a winner out at the last minute on Sunday, and you can pick one of the guitars that I've taken with me. All yours. All you got to do is come and buy a load of shit and bring me a coffee. That might get you ahead of the queue. Who knows? I like an oat milk latte because I'm a bit of a twat. So we've got these special adjustable nuts, which I thought looked really, really cool. And they're going to match in and look a little bit sexy. So I've got that. So we've got a strap trem, double humbucker, 5-way switching with some super duper tonal options. That's what we're doing. So this thing is going to look very cool. Bolt on neck. Because we're going Fender style, it's going to have a bolt on neck, which is unusual in an SG, but it'll work rather nicely. I'll do that with the 4 machine bolts. It's going to look very, very cool. All chrome inlays, chrome circles on the neck, black infill. It's going to look mustard. This thing is going to be very, very classy. I'm a little bit excited. Every time someone asks me to make one of these, I get a little bit coming out of all sorts of orifices. Just ask Mrs. Richards. Right, let's get on with the glue up. We'll speedy up this bit because everyone likes a speedy uppy. A few moments later. Here is all the milled up body blank. I've milled up the neck blank. It's a bit thinner than normal because it's a Fender construction, isn't it? Sexy. That's what I'm liking about this one. We're simplifying it, but we're going to go a little bit weird with... I'm making it up as I go along. I always do. Shh. So there's the body blank. We've got a bit of purple heart in there because we're hard. Everyone tells me it's not going to stay purple for long, so we're going to have to hurry up and work with that. This is basically offcuts of a giant chunk of Mappa burl that I bought. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to lay it out. So basically, we are going to go Twin River because that's going to look phenomenal. And try and catch that. So I've got wood on me horns. Wood on your horns. Didn't think I'd be saying that today, but I'm saying it. We can line that up with a center line nearer the time, just giving you a rough gist. We're going to go black resin, but with a hint of purple. I think so. I've just messaged the client. Hardly any purple. Hold it up to the light. Have a little look closer. Look at my glistening purple one. There's no need to say it like that, but that's just where my brain went. But I think everyone knows by now. It's going to look, I've never done a twin river. I think it's going to look pretty awesome. The plan is, I'm going to book match this and get this stuck together, this little bit here first, separate. And then we'll come back. I'm going to glue these down, basically. PVA them down, put a bit of wood on, hold them still. Once I've done that, I'll trim the edges so that I can then put a little dam up the sides, all the way around. And I can just pour in some resin. We might fill some crevices, I don't know. I like having the holes in the pits. Again, let's wing it. That's what we're going to do. That's the plan. But I do know that this stuff with a clear finish on it looks magnificent. Mappa burl has got some immense colours. And then also, I've got a lovely chunk left, which I'm going to take a big piece out of, and that's going to get inlaid into the headstock. Well, the headstock's going to be walnut and purple because it's a Fender style, but we'll see a lot of that will be Mappa burl. That's what we're looking at. It's going to look rather immense. Obviously it's Gibson headstock shape. It's not going to be Fender headstock shape, so it will look much better. So I'll come back in a minute. We'll click off and I'll come back when I've got these glued up. It's going to be tomorrow, but you don't need to know that. It's all secrets. Smoke and mirrors. Now tomorrow, before I go, tomorrow I want to epoxy resin this. So I want to get these parts glued on tonight before I fuck off. You've got to do these bits because it's going to hold me up else. And I don't want to be held up. I've had enough of that. I'm going to figure out where this one's going to go. I've got to make sure that my centre lines match up. I've book matched her. She's glued together. She is one at the minute. I'm going to figure out now exactly where I want to put these pieces. I've basically been through and picked off most of the crappy barky bits. There's a few little bits of shit on there, but I'll have a little look at that tomorrow before I put any epoxy on. You've basically got to go through with a razor blade or a card scraper and just take out any loose bits of shite. Sanding through, I don't want to be uncovering any wispy bits of shit. So don't rush this part. Use something that's not too invasive. We're not making an epoxy resin table here. It's not the end of the world. What we're doing is not structural. It's not holding anything together. The walnut's doing all that, innit? There's nothing to do to the top of this guitar because everything's going to be done from underneath. I'm going to do the old mounting from underneath. Don't know what that was. Fucking check that one out, doctor. Sniff that knuckle.
Oh.
I'm going to do all the mounting from underneath like I normally do. So we should just have a nice, clean, crispy top. That's what I'm hoping for. So we'll come through and we're going to do everything from the back. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a cocktail stick where the neck pocket is, because I think that's going to be safe. And I'm also going to stick one down here where all this burl is, because you're not going to see that once it's all oiled in. Let's get prepared before I turn the cameras on. That'll make a change, wouldn't it? Cocktail sticks are 2mm, and I bought myself a snazzy 2mm drill bit. Snob. Right, so one in the neck pocket, all the way out there. Am I happy with my centre line? Yes. So now I should better just PV up this back edge. Simple as that. Bit of tight bond so we don't get ridiculed. This is the part where your missus walks in and goes, "What are you watching?" Mind your own fucking business, missus. Let me know in the comment section if you got in trouble for that. Anyone's missus watch me videos? I know there's a few of you, a few sneaky ones. I can't imagine why you would want to watch me. Pucker. Right, that's that one. I'm going to put a couple sneaky clamps on. It's hell of interesting work, isn't it? It's really interesting. Nope. In fact, I'm not clamping that just yet. I don't need to, because I'm going to clamp the jig on top, because I'm hard. Right, this one, I believe, is going there, and that one is going there. This is going to look absolutely out of this world. I can't wait to get this thing done. Don't need to locate them quite so importantly. I like to make my videos as interesting as possible, but you are literally watching a geezer squeeze glue onward. You know, really, I'm just trying not to reveal my cum face. Yeah. If you've ever had the misfortune of catching your own in the mirror, you'll know damn well you're a fucking embarrassment. Keep it to yourself. Right, okay, I can locate these because we're outside of the doofer. Right, we're pretty well located. Look at the camera, Paul. People want to see your face. We're pretty well located. I'm going to chop them off flush. Give it a bit of a dusty dusterson. Just triple check that I'm happy with what's going on. Slap a bit of wood on, and I'm going home for the night. Cool. Who thinks I should build that? It's a bit sexy, isn't it? Right, that's that there. I'm going to clamp that down. Super speedy clampy. Stick it to one side. And I'll see you when we can uncover it and we'll do a bit of resin in. Purple and black, it's been confirmed. That's the only detail I've asked the client now. From now on, we are code dark. He doesn't want to know anything until it gets revealed. And this one, he might get it before the video series comes out. We're finally getting ahead. I won't show you clamping up. I'll see you. Ready? Watch this, magic. Turn off the guitar geek. Loving a bit of that. Weak in gas. I watch all the same shit you do. We're back on the bench and I've done a bit of a Blue Peter, and I've made this up. I've put a frame in. We're all glued. I've unclamped everything. Everything's bolted down. Proper job, lovely jubbly. We've got to fill it with resin and leave it for a few days. It's all very instant for you, of course it is. But I've got to do it and I've got to put it aside. One thing that you've got to look out for, we're going to get everything ready that we need. Mixers, pots, resin, which I'll get out in a second. We're going to pour this. You've got to make sure you've got a level area in your workshop so you can put this on a level spot, cover it up just with a board, stop the shit going in, and that's it. You just leave it. We're going to get the bubbles out with the heat gun. You can use a blowtorch. Be careful with that. Don't hold it still in one spot because you'll burn it. This is a little bit easier. It does blow it around a little bit, but it works fine. Works fine. And I've got one. So there you go. That's why I use that. If a resin company is watching this channel and you want to sponsor it and give me some resin to use, amazing. I'd love that. Proper missing a link in the chain because I'm using it all the jeffing time. Make sure you look at the directions of your resin. This is a 2-to-1. Some of them are 1-to-1. Some of them are others. I don't know what those others are, but some of them are different. I had to treat Mrs. Richards to some new scales because I nicked theirs. So we'll bung that on. This is 2-to-1. I'm going to mix up a little bit more than I need. 600 in total. That should be more than enough. We're not going very deep on here at all. I want to flood it, but I don't want to take the piss. When I've made this border, you can glue it on if you really want. I've screwed it all the way around. It's pretty tight. I made sure my edges were pretty clean. Made sure they were pretty clean. And I've also put a tape barrier at the bottom. Fingers crossed. I'm fucking knackered. Let's just get it done. Right, colour-wise, we're going for black mica powder. And I'm also going for deep purple. I'm erring on the caution of going darker. So just a smidgen of purple, but if more comes through, that's all good. It's supposed to tie in with the purple heart on the back. Right, lots of bubbles coming up in that, so I'm going to leave it, I'm going to take it over and get it level, and then once I've done that, I'll come back and I'll just blowtorch it a little bit periodically. I'll do a little montage of some power toolage in a few days' time. Ready for some magic? Right, so naturally the next stage, while I've got that epoxy going off, I can get ahead with this neck. We've got the neck all glued up. I've got my template on there. Normally I'd stick that on. However, in this case, it is nice to screw it whenever you can. I've got one screw there. I've got one screw there going right into where my truss rod channel is going to be. So we're going to route that out. I've got a cheeky screw in the headstock as well because this is going to be scalloped. And then I'm going to inlay I'm going to inlay some of the burliness stuff, mapper that we've got. So it's going to cover up anything I do there. So in the interest of security, I've screwed everything down. I'm very happy with the lining up of my centre lines. We're all good. Triple check that and then fucking pull your pants down and check it again. Let's do a little whirl off with the router. We'll go very slowly. You can do a climb cut where you need to, just on the edges. Sometimes it's nice to run this. I'm going to run these corners on my belt sander and get them very close so that when the router comes through, it's not going to chip a load away. Learning, fucking learning. Anyway, tiniest of speedy uppies, no music required. He's walking in from the other side. Of course I'm walking in from the other side. I just thought I'd make a change. That's the end of this video. We've got somewhere quite interesting. You've all seen the old matchy mattressons and all that sort of stuff, haven't you? It's going to look very sexy from the back, this guitar. Love a bit of purple. Don't we all? We've got a blackwood. The client has stipulated an ebony fretboard. I've actually got a blackwood fretboard, which is the darkest of dark fretboard, which will look quite nice with, grand reveal, the resin on the bottom of this thing. Oh, look at it. When this is all blacked up, the purple didn't shine through very much there. So I'll show you what this looks like with a bit of naphtha on it. Feast your eyes. That is what that is going to colour up like. Oh, it's all going to look very, very sexy. The colours you get in that timber are just phenomenal. They are fucking phenomenal. I might go for ebony yet. Not sure about this, to be honest. It's been down in the stock for a long time, but people like black fretboards. They like it very dark. So that's probably where I'm going to go. Dunno. Come back next week. And we'll stick it on the fucking neck. And we'll think about how we're going to make this and cut this out and get it fitted and get the neck fitted on the body. And then we'll be looking guitar shaped. I think that's probably going to be the plan, isn't it? We'll make this wood into a guitar. I think that is the perfect way to end a video, by talking utter wank. See you next week, everyone. Special wave. Wave back. I can fucking see you.